is ruined once it went through the skull.
And
You might want to consider craft ammo as a future skill.
That shaft is probably just destroyed.
Because if you have that craft skill and if you carry around the scrap stuff, you can actually make arrows or bolts like mid mission.
Great.
Well, this will be fun.
All right.
Well,
I told you, things can only get worse from here.
I am deeply concerned about how this is all going to go now.
Let's do it. We'll be fine. So we're heading forward, correct?
Forward from Talos and Variel's perspective.
Yeah. I say we, All right. I say
All right, here's something. I'm going to posit this scenario because we're not too far into this. Technically, we could just go back out and go back up into the room and go shopping real quick.
No.
And I'm not even saying we have to roleplay the whole thing out. We just say, all right, we go back up into the room and let Vladius run to the shop real quick.
Wait.
We're committed. On the way.
Do you have any bolts in your inventory?
Me?
Yes.
Why would
Why would Talos be carrying crossbow bolts?
Because I was over encumbered before I leveled up.
So what? You just strap a quiver to the back of his head to his waist?
Well, that was the scenario. I was gonna carry the ammo.
Oh man.
But no, we never got to that point.
It never got out of the hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's all right. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
This is
part of the game.
with the others that you'll be fine. Even on your worst day, you didn't need that many shots.
Oh god.
Besides, if you run out, that just makes things interesting.
Let's go. Whatever. Let's do this.
Let's do this. YOLO.
I'm already committed.
We have spare metals we can give you anyway. So.
You say YOLO. That's the point. No.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right. I say we split up. Two of us go to the...
We are not
go on
splitting
the
up.
left,
No.
and two of us
Bad
go on the
idea.
right.
We are not
Very
splitting
bad idea.
Especially
I'll go
when
by
one of us
myself.
is about to run out of ammo and become useless.
We don't want to have to deal with being flanked by these guys. So
Fine.
Hey, you ever seen dire rats in mating season, man? They get vicious.
I'd rather not.
Alright, let's check the one straight ahead, I guess.
Four of you make your way down, and you see roll down a bit, and you come across a fork in the path.
all right.
As
left hand
Kyras
rule?
feels rather vindicated, I'd imagine.
That we should split up? Yes. We should split up.
Let's go this way.
Alright. About face. Or it'd be right face for y'all.
When
Actually,
you
technically it'd
left
be left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry.
We're
I got
going for a
confused.
left-handed maze.
I got
approach here.
confused.
Kyras,
Are you sure you want to go off on your own?
No. I've
I
definitely
I grab his leash.
I was about to say, I've definitely still got his trunk leash, and at this point, I've tied it to my own belt.
I cut the leash.
You do realize that tying that, even as strong as he is, tying him to you is not actually that much of an impediment.
No, but it means that wherever he ends up, I'm there with him.
Alright, I go left then.
Going once. Going twice.
No, he is not going left.
We're all going right.
Yeah.
Tell us what happens.
I'll concede this time.
You keep
But
making
I
your
like
way
the idea
down.
of splitting up.
No real sign of more dire rats, but as you go, you get a little light coming in from one of the storm drains, and you hear you see what looks as you get closer to the storm drain itself. You do see what looks to be something red smeared on the walls around the drain.
Well, that's promising.
This is on the ceiling?
Walls. Storm drain's just a few feet up, like eye level for y'all.
Hmm. Okay, and is it a dead end though along this direction?
Oh no, sorry, it keeps going.
Okay.
Gentlemen, we have our blood trail. Let us
Oh,
proceed.
not not a trail per se, more like a splatter.
I think they came from the left.
Well, that's good because you're on the left path.
Oh, my left.
That's right. We turned left when we reached the fork in the road.
You're such a good learner, Kyras. Such a good boy.
Look,
You know your left from right.
I hear
Well,
noises
we've
coming from
apparently
behind me.
decided this guy of at least average intelligence is apparently mentally handicapped.
I'm just drunk. I'm not mentally.
Mentally hindered.
He's got a few impairments he's dealing with right now.
All right, come on. We're going. Keep going right.
All right, 4 of you make your way.
See? Turn around. We got to keep going right.
Oh.
Said.
Going right in this case would walk straight into a wall.
All
Keep
right,
going
go
straight.
The 4 of you continue making your way down. You do see the occasional droplet of what you imagine is now dried blood as you go through, though.
It smells rather familiar in here.
Can I do
It's-
like, I don't know, like a survival check or something to see if I can determine how long that's been there?
It'd be more of a perception thing. Perception is basically the go-to for anything unless you're out in the wilderness,
Okay.
Aww.
Can I do the
No.
same?
I guess.
All right, group perception time.
Y'all hang on for a sec. I gotta check something.
Okay.
we all gather around this drop of blood and stare at it. I think it
Well,
looks.
How
I think
long
it
you
looks
think
like a
that been there,
cloud.
man?
I think it looks like a cloud. No, maybe a dog. I don't know. What do you see in the droplet of blood?
I see my parents screaming.
I see hope for the future.
And how does that make you feel?
Giddy.
Exhilarated.
Now, what do you see on this card?
More blood.
Oh God, Alex, hurry back before we have a full psych session.
And I'm back.
Thank God.
Now, well done. What do you think y'all make of this, huh?
All
What did I
right,
miss?
there's our perception checks.
Hey, we got one. 20.
See, this is why I don't like getting up. Anyway,
You can listen to the recording. You'll know.
at the rate this is going, it'll take a month to get up there, but fine.
When the GM leaves, God, are you there?
God?
No?
Are you
Okay.
there?
Anyway.
I'm scared and alone.
Oh, please, we all know you need to be more afraid when I'm here.
Ah.
Anyway, so Vladius and Variel, the others are having a bit of a hard time seeing, but the two of you can deduce it's been a few days since this blood hit the floor. Just by the fact there's not even any, like, it's stained the concrete. It stained the stone.
All right, guys, it's a few days old, but I said let's just keep going.
All right.
Or if you continue making your merry way down the smelly sewer, and you are it is rather disconcerting that after the initial incident there aren't any rats, or you're not getting jumped by anything.
We taught them a lesson.
We put the fear of God in them.
We went the wrong way.
I remember a story like this from King, what was his name? King Stephen? King Stefan? The name escapes me.
King of Atlantis? Right here.
God. I do one of those Three Stooges things and knock their two heads together.
You'll have to hoist one of them in the air or lower the other one.
I'm pretty sure I can pick up Vladius.
Maybe just throw them at me. Don't try my heads. I grab him and run back the other way. Like a football.
Anyway.
I've got my hand out. Okay.
I'm going for the touchdown.
Anyway, the four of you continue making your merry way, and as you continue on, you do eventually run into an issue. Namely, Large number of rats surrounding what appears to be a... Well, you can't quite figure it out. You do see a collection of rats, though, around whatever it is. All in all, not too happy to see you.
How many?
I'm working on it.
All right.
Don't worry, guys. I got this under control. Handle animal.
I need it. Right.
All right, now I got a question.
What?
Now, in this formation, technically me and Variel are adjacent to Kyras. Can we use the shield wall?
Strictly speaking, yeah, I guess.
All right, cool.
Why bother? I mean, well, it can only use that once per day, right? I would say save that for when we actually need it.
Oh, it's only a once per day thing?
Yeah, he can only share a teamwork feat with y'all once per day.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought that
Hey, we're not gonna fight though. I did handle animal.
we are not handling animal.
I already
You
did.
can't even reach the animals. We're blocking the path, and we are hell bent on killing them all.
Oh, okay. In that case, hang on 1 second. 1 second. We do this.
What?
Okay. Attack Kyras, or not Kyras. Attack one of those two in front of me.
Let's say attack Kyras. So what, you just commit seppuku?
So attack one of them in front of me to get to the end and then handle animal.
You know what's sad is that would actually hit either of them and leave them on the brink and leave them half dead.
Mm.
Be reasonable here. They're wild animals. They need to be put down. They're killing people.
I would like
Okay.
to point out that in the game rules of D&D, when you make a roll, you do that action. So
I would also like to point
you need to cut out that joking.
I would also like to point
man.
out friendly fire isn't.
So, all right, which one of us did he hit?
What? Oh, come on now. I'm just messing around. Besides, I didn't handle...
I will give this is the last time I'll let it slide. Next time any of you make a roll, you do it.
So does handle animal, if you do a roll like handle animal and you're not going to let me do it, it just
You
gets
don't
voided?
have to be adjacent. You're
Does it
just
just get
cooing
voided?
at them from around Talos.
Hmm.
But they don't seem to be or one of them does start kind of coming up to you in response. Although as it gets closer, you can see that it has what appears to be blood dripping from its mouth.
Hmm. Are these guys like organized at all?
They're giant rats.
Right, but like, I mean, it just seems strange. I never mind. We'll figure it out.
He's trying to see if there's an alpha rat.
No, like I'm thinking there's someone controlling these rats.
Dude,
You
we're
mean
in a
magic?
sewer, man. Of course there's going to be
Ah.
rats.
All right, fine. Never mind. I think we'll find out. We'll find out. We'll just play.
Alright. Initiative time?
Here's the rat that responded to Kyras. But yes.
Do you
Go ahead
like
and
me?
Go ahead and give me initiative. Well, you believe they like you until they decide to nip at Talos's foot.
Wait, how does this work then? I can't attack, I guess, right?
Not from behind them, no. For the time being, it is just Talos and Variel. Speaking of, it is Talos, Variel, one rat, Vladius, Kyras, remaining 2 rats.
Just a thought.
Wait, no, a rat goes before me.
Yeah, Talos, rat.
Oh,
Is,
sorry, I didn't hear. I thought you said Talos, Variel, rat. Or, sorry, I missed the rat, the middle rat. Never mind.
What was your question, Kyras?
Oh, well, okay. So, we can't actually... What happens when one of us goes down? I think when one of us goes down, the enemies cannot actually walk on that body, right?
Right.
Okay. Which means even if these two go down, like the two in front, regardless of whoever they are, go down, the two behind them and the enemies are now blocked off. We can't do anything except stabilize them, right?
I'll say you can get over. I'll say you can get over them because I can't remember reading about this in the rules. But I'll say you can get over them, but it takes your whole turn just to sort of climb over the body.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Talos, stab something.
I was giving him a chance to talk.
All right. Dead rodent. And now, Ratty.
Okay.
Runs up. Oh, not period.
Okay.
Variel. Kill it. Watch as he botches it. No, but he does miss.
We knew the time was coming.
Well, there.
Well, we both rolled a base 5. It says you have a +9. I only have a +7.
Only.
I mean,
Yeah.
All right. Next rat. Dang it. That's all right. Actually, I would tell the others to go, but they actually can't go.
well, actually, can I go down the other way just to check it out while we're I guess that way we've covered more ground, and I'll just come back after the fight's over since I can't do anything.
Sure.
All right, and we can just get to that later. That way we just cover more ground.
Yeah, I don't see why you can't just turn around and go.
I can think of at least 2 good reasons why not to.
Well, regardless, Kyras just decides to bumble off down the other hallway for a bit.
This poses a problem.
You could come with me.
I am tied to him.
Oh yeah, I just realized that.
That's fine. You can go with them.
So,
Bye,
Vladius,
guys.
you are now being dragged along the ground by the
Technically,
explorer.
shouldn't he be behind him? Not beside him.
I'm correcting it.
I mean, if he's being dragged, we might as well be
Might as well be realistic.
accurate.
Right?
I do just imagine like Vladius is just sitting there, arms crossed, just looking thoroughly displeased by this whole thing.
I don't even know he's behind me. I'm just walking like, huh.
I've just got my crossbow loaded in my lap. Just like,
Well, since he
Why?
walked off and dragged Variel with him, I guess just do the last rat, and then
Yep,
we'll
rat
do
moves
initiative
forward.
again. Because there's no way Vladius is shooting.
It's a good thing I didn't bring my horse.
I mean, when he was close, we could have like finagled it to be like, you know, he could stick the crossbow between us and fire, but now it's,
Vladius and Kyras, don't bother giving me initiative. Just
I
you
wasn't.
aren't in the combat.
I wasn't even gonna mess with it.
All right, it is all of the rats, then Talos, then Variel.
Alright.
Sucks for rat number 3. He just gets to sit in the back and chill.
and wait to die.
I was about
We
to
know
say,
how
what do you
this
mean-
song
what do you mean
dance
it's-
goes.
I was about to say, what do you mean it sucks to be him? He gets to live the longest.
He gets to watch his friends die.
If he was smart, he wouldn't bother fighting. He'd just run the other way.
Well, they're giant rats. Speaking of,
They have
one of them
giant
is currently
brains.
gnawing on the rim of your shield, Talos.
Just bring that shield down on top of his head.
Titanium.
Oh, right. I forgot. The rats don't get interrupted this time.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Okay.
this one is currently clawing at your pants leg.
Alright.
Okay.
And that's another dead rodent. I can just imagine the four of you are gonna stop by the Duke's place and tell them that you tell them you demand payment for cleaning out the dire rat population.
An interesting proposition.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, we're making the sewers safe for the city.
The entire time I'm yelling at Kyras that he's dragging us in the wrong direction, that the blood was the other way.
Oh yeah, I guess we should move him another 20 feet.
Yeah, I'm already doing it.
just dragging him along.
Watch it. We're gonna like find the big bad boss, and I'm just gonna stumble onto him.
Do you remember what happened the last time we split up and you found some big boss? You came
Don't
running.
worry. Don't worry, we'll be all right.
It wasn't even a boss that he found. It was a giant worm.
Yeah. That worm almost did kill us, though.
Okay.
Alright.
So, Variel, go first.
Go
I
out.
imagine you want to close the distance and stab it.
Actually, I'm going to try the hammer this time.
Oh, this is great.
Hold on, bad
So-
guy. I just want to try out my other weapon.
That does just bring back the image of, I recommend the 9-iron. You and Talos standing there debating the pros and cons of your respective weapons.
In the
Okay.
meantime, that rat's just kind of like eyeing him suspiciously, weighing up whether or not it's actually worth staying.
So what do we see now that we walked down this way?
Kyras, you do see another route. I don't keep... the path actually... I'm trying to draw this bit by bit here.
Oh, okay. I mean, because I was kind of joking before, but honestly, it kind of makes sense to like split up, as long as we don't get too far apart and can still like yell to each other, because I mean, they're 2 and 2. You know what I mean? Like we can't actually, whatever. Like 3 of us can't fight. It can only be 2 at a time.
But,
yeah.
So, Kyras, as you drag your little companion along, you do find a turn in the route.
Okay.
And go ahead and give me perception, just because it's you.
Yes, sir. Vladius, get your perception check out.
No,
Yeah.
Nope, just Kyras.
What? Aw, mine sucks. Oh, yay, not so bad.
Oh, Kyras, as you make your way into this little hallway here, and you're about to continue on, you do find a very large splatter of blood and a couple of bones.
Ah. Neener, neener, neener. Okay.
Although
I have to admit, when he's
Although-
right, he's right.
it's worth noting that one of the bones has been broken rather forcefully in half. It appears to have been some form a human femur.
Oh,
Okay.
that's comforting.
I see.
Speaking of dead bodies, Talos and Variel, you realize that the thing the dire rats were gathered around was in fact a human corpse.
Oh.
In remarkably good shape, all things considered. You can't tell who it was, but you can tell it was an adult man wearing a blue sash on his waist.
This dude.
That is not the reaction I was expecting.
You were expecting Kyras to yell, I challenge you to a drinking contest.
I yell back to him what I've found. Like, hey guys, there's a body here, and it looks like a human femur that's been crushed with something, just been crushed. What was the rat gathered around?
Your mom.
Oh. That's the last time I try and provide helpful information.
It's just one of those... Oh, what was the name of them? You remember that gang we wiped out a couple of days ago? Yeah, those guys.
Was it the
Days
Bulldogs?
ago. That was months
Blue
ago.
Dogs?
That was a couple months ago.
Yeah,
Was it months
that
ago?
was back when we were starting out.
Wasn't it the Blue Devils or blue baboons, whatever.
Blue something
blue-
or others, man.
I thought
Blue
it was blue
something.
sashes.
Hey, grab the sash. We'll give it to Steve.
Good times, good times. How is the state of this sash?
It is currently covered in blood and various other such.
But it's not torn or anything.
Got some slight tears in it from the rat's claws, but that's about it.
No,
Put some bleach
All right,
on that.
I'm sure Steve can clean it out.
The corpse
bleach
does
on
have
it.
it does have its short sword gripped in the hand that hasn't been the arm that hasn't been gnawed off yet, almost like it desperately tried to protect itself.
Well, look, yeah, I'm sure Steve could clean it up, and I'm not sure about his tailoring ability. Let's find one of those remnant suckers and, get a better looking one.
Well,
Oh, and I'm gonna go ahead and pick up that short sword. Since the most of the money we made last time was off of loot.
Can you really call it loot? It was all basically garbage.
Hey man, we walked away with like 700 gold.
you call it garbage, but all of us made it out rich.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay, so guys, it might be a little dangerous, but I suggest we split up 2 into 2 just because there's things down both paths and we can't fight at the same time. What do you guys think?
All right,
Do I have a
here was
choice?
my idea. All right, I have. Let's see here. All right, here was my general plan. So basically, I have a radius of this, with that being the center, our base being here. So basically, we had 2 pathways here, pathway here. So what I wanted to do was perform a kind of like radial sweep going that way, which is why I've been moving to the right.
Uh-huh.
And then after we move like about a mile in, we turn to the bottom and then perform this clockwise sweep. That was my plan.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, then it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like people in the back aren't doing much, and it's kind of, I don't know. It seems interesting to split up. You don't think that's like exciting? Something new.
I think of this. I mean, the old.
We are looking at a human femur that looks like it's been snapped in half, and you want to split up. I know that I don't really have much of a choice where I'm going at this point.
Well, technically, at this point, he stopped. You could untie yourself.
Think of the children.
Aren't you
What?
the oldest one in the group?
yes, he actually is.
All right, Variel, what's your take on this?
I'm fine with splitting up, but I'm not sure that. That's probably fine. Let's split up for the time being. We can't fight effectively. There's no reason having people behind doesn't help in any way, unless we get attacked in the rear. But if we're covering both paths, then there wouldn't be anyway. So.
Hey, Alex, quick question. Since we're in a sewer, a lot of the air is going to contain methane. Exactly how flammable is the air?
I would not recommend lighting a torch, but then again, I would not recommend a lot of the things you people do.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what's the risk of me accidentally blowing us up if I decide to light a fire?
You know what? I've just now decided it's a great idea to split up. You and Vladius enjoy yourselves.
All right, see ya.
It wouldn't do that bad. It wouldn't go that bad, but the torch would probably burn considerably quicker and more violently than you expect.
Okay.
Now, if we have
As in,
oil.
you'd have it for all of a minute.
Sounds good.
Is there dynamite in this game?
No. You're lucky I allowed fireworks.
I'm surprised you let New Year's slide by.
I said 4th of July
Your
too.
celebration. Hey, these people have celebrations. And besides, New Year celebrations are relatively common around the world.
Well, I mean, we're not using the gunslinger class, but it does exist in the core classes, so gunpowder does exist.
Nice.
No, you may not multi-class into gunslinger.
No, I'm not talking about multi-classing, but in argument of fireworks, gunpowder
I wasn't
does
talking
exist.
to you. I was talking to the one who would do it.